Welcome to
Welcome to a special presentation of the end.
Well, playing in Los Angeles presents unique challenges. Lakers great Magic Johnson says Hollywood's right there, and you can't go too close to all of that because it'll take away from winning.
It sure is, and the banners to prove it, David. Thank you. And now a moment to check out the leaders in the All-Star voting. Balloting underway.
And this is really a fun time of year. You're starting to see which players are going to be in the running to make the All-Star team.
Well, you look at Davis. He's received the 4th most votes in the West. If the All-Star game were today, he'd be starting.
And that's the way it should be. As dynamic as he's been this season, it wouldn't be right if he wasn't a part of that starting lineup.
A great All-Star weekend it'll be. We'll keep you updated as we get closer. A look at the opening lineup for the Memphis Grizzlies. Brooks at the 3 with Jackson at the 4. Morant is out there with DeAnthony Melton. And it's Bamba in at the center, locking down the middle. And for the Lakers, LeBron and Davis, the dynamic forward pair. Then there's Kevin Love. Then it's Zach LaVine. And it's Chavez in at the point guard. A tremendous Mobile One block that we had to see again. Great send back.
And right out of the gate, trying to set the tone defensively, you gotta love that energy.
Now here's Brooks. His last outing with 20 points. Can't hit the turnaround jumper. Chavez, guarded by Jackson. Here's Chavez. Here he goes.
And puts the D in a tough spot when you have a point guard who can throw it down.
He really does, GA. He really does put pressure on you.
And you know, guys, showing how dynamic a weapon he is for this offense, they feed off of that energy and ability to make plays. It gets them going.
LeBron passes to Chavez. And these Christmas Day games, Greg, have become a cherished NBA tradition. How tough is it, though, for the players to miss this time with their families?
It is always a challenge, no doubt, but sometimes you just got to be a little flexible with the schedule. And as long as the kids get their presents, they don't mind too much if it's a day early or a day late.
About a minute and a half through the first quarter. Pass to LaVine. The Trey drains it from beyond the arc. 5 points in the game.
You know, Zach LaVine is not just a scorer. He's really good at setting up his teammates, too.
Here's Morant. And finished off by Morant.
And that ends the struggle. You could feel the tensions in the building with each miss.
Whoa, man, this thing was turning into a soccer game. A lot of action and not many points.
Now here's Davis. With an average of around 19.5 points a game, his scoring has been a constant for them. On the wing, Melton. Guarded by LaVine. Brooks. And the rejection by LeBron.
Phenomenal work on defense. James using his athleticism to make a statement with that block.
First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. Bamba finds Brooks. 5 on the clock. Passes it to Morant. There's the three.
And you can see they're struggling from the field.
But still early. I mean, they just got to trust their offense and work to get stops.
And the Lakers have possession. Following the miss by Jaren Jackson. Now here's Morant. Coming off a stellar performance against Utah. Pass to Melton. And Davis sends it back.
No, sir, don't bring that in here. AD having none of that. What an imposing figure he is defensively.
Here's Chavez. Bangs home the trifecta.
Well, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
So timeout called here. The first for Memphis. They put up a nice win against Utah last time out.
Yeah, their long-range artillery hit the mark more often than not. A great equalizer when you're on the road.
They found their rhythm and kept piling it on. And a huge boost of confidence on the road for sure.
Just under 3.5 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Morant kicks to Bamba. From 13, and it's wide right. Hits off the rim. Here's the Lakers with the ball. They've gone on a 10-2 run, not allowing much.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
It is. I mean, no reason to back off and give him the layup. I mean, much better off making him go to the line.
Greg, player movement is always a constant in the NBA, but with more players on the move every year, the power balance can shift in the blink of an eye.
And we've seen it with the Lakers, right? Just a few years ago. The Nets and a few others. Not everyone, though, loves it, but it sure keeps things interesting.
Taking matters into his own hands.
Yeah, we didn't expect to see that kind of finish.
And you know, guys, when your point guard is making explosive plays at the rim, I really do think it sets the tone for the rest of the team.
No good on that one. Great D that time from Davis. Los Angeles leading by 8. Here's Chavez. And again, no good by the Lakers.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
It's stolen by Davis. No one near James as he lets it go. That falls. Great assist by Love. LeBron's got his second bucket of the night. The Grizzlies trail by 10. Here's Melton. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. And what's your take, guys, in the hustle stats for Los Angeles?
You know, they've done a great job of getting a hand up on shooters. Actually, have gotten a lot of blocks as well, solidifying that defensive effort.
Yeah, and one thing, Clark, I've noticed is how quick their hands have been tonight. Thanks to that, they've gotten a lot of points off of turnover.
Got that bucket in no time at all. 13 points in the game.
Boy, he's really been on a roll this quarter. Seems like everything he throws up is finding bottom.
And it's blocked. And it was not a clean block. Whistle blows and a foul on the defender here. He hits a shooting foul, so free throws will be coming up.
And if you're wondering if Ja Morant lacks for confidence, well, look no further than his point god moniker. This kid is fearless, and he's hungry, and he plays with that proverbial chip on his shoulder.
2, 2.
That's good from Morant. And, Craig, you talk about the fearlessness for Morant, reminiscent of Allen Iverson, the way he throws his body all around.
I mean, get knocked down, get right back up. At the same time, at 6'3", he can add strength to that frame. I know that's the goal of his as he looks to absorb contact and dish out a little of his own.
Here's Chavez. And another 3 for the Lakers.
At the offensive end, he's been assertive and efficient, guys. A big reason why they hold this lead right now.
Morant against Davis, and Davis sends it back.
Just not much success when it comes to shooting.
The shot's good from LeBron.
The defense a step slow, and you can see the results.
That's 3 in a row from out there now, so they've got to do a better job contesting.
Now here's Morant. He has 6. To the paint, here's Melton. Off target at the rim. Los Angeles leading by 15. Here's Chavez. And he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
Quality looks they're getting, and they're capitalizing on them, guys. They have to be happy with this start offensively.
And there's a slam dunk to finish it off.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
And, you know, it's an all-out effort they've come in with. Very aggressive offense so far.
Timeout called, the Grizzlies.
Yeah, things not going their way, and he wants to just try to talk this one over.
And you know what, guys? If for nothing else, just to slow things down a little bit, change it up somewhat.
Doomboy is checked in for the Lakers. And here's Morant. He'll bring it up for the Grizzlies. Trailing by 19. To stop the run. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And coming out of high school, John Morant said he was a no-star recruit. One reason he may have been overlooked was his small-town upbringing, growing up in Dalzell, South Carolina.
Brandon Clark, he's checked in for Brooks. Chavez, guarded by Morant. Here's Chavez. No good on that one. Some solid defense there from Jackson. And even though he played on an AAU team with Zion Williamson, you know, scouts, Greg, were looking right past John Morant.
And didn't get a lot of offers at first. After 2 years at Murray State, he joined Steph Curry and Damian Lillard as another star point guard out of a mid-major program. And to this day, he carries that underdog chip on his shoulders.
And here is Los Angeles now, following the basket by John Morant.
Boy, patrolling the paint well, protecting the rim, that's exactly the kind of defensive effort you need against him.
Chavez, guarded by Morant. Some solid defense from Clark. And it's Terry off the drive. And Levine with the block. The pass to Chavez. Outside, Davis. The 3. It's hauled in by Warren.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
Something T.J. Warren has to his credit, Greg, is one of the more storied honors a basketball player can earn. The ACC Player of the Year award.
Yeah, I mean, there are a lot of Hall of Famers who've won that prize. To set yourself apart like Warren did in one of the toughest conferences in college basketball, that just shows the depth of talent this man has always possessed. Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
And, you know, nothing like getting an opponent on the ropes early. You love that if you're on that side of the scoreboard, and they are landing some haymakers now.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
Here's Chavez. Good on the three-point shot. 25 points in the game.
Yeah, they've built up this lead 3 points at a time.
And I like the strategy. It's a great strategy. Bury those threes early, and it'll open up the inside for him later on.
Now here's Morant. 10 points for him. And then Clark slams it in.
A point who knows his role. Ja loves setting guys up, always looking to pass it.
And there's the feed to Clark. It's tipped. Driving to the basket. And he gets it back. Tries again. And it's good for 2. James has got 9 points.
Well, you have to like their work on the boards, Kevin, particularly here to start the game.
Yeah, I like the way they're setting the tone. Really playing with a lot of energy here at the start.
Great quarter for him at the offensive end, trying to will his team back in the game.
So timeout called here, the first for Los Angeles. They traveled to Memphis last time they faced the Grizzlies and came away with the win.
And whether by design or by accident, they drew so many fouls in that game. Foul trouble for the other side became a huge issue.
And as a result, there was a blowout win. I mean, credit them for initiating contact and forcing the officials to make the calls.
Now, here is Russell. What a tremendous game he played against Houston. Stolen by Warren. Here's Terry. And Davis sends it back. And they'll keep possession. And he recovers it. And it's Morant missing. Lakers leading by 16. Here's Levine. Drains the 19-footer.
Defensively, they've got to pick up the intensity. Hard to win surrendering this high a field goal percentage.
Yeah, you've got to turn up the dial on the intensity at the defensive end if you're them. I mean, it's still early, but I agree with you.
To the middle. And the Lakers with another turnover here.
You know, that's just sloppy basketball giving away a possession. No real reason for that turnover.
The Grizzlies trail by 18. It's Morant with the drive. Oh, that's blocked. Here's Chavez, and he... Oh!
My goodness.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Almost no holes in their performance tonight. They've been tremendous.
Morant outside. Inside, Clark. Another shot. That shot off the mark. And the Lakers going the other way now. Chavez. He's covered by Warren. Lakers working the ball around now. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. The Grizzlies making a switch here. Williams is checked in. And Clark has got the ball here for the Grizzlies. Morant passes to Williams. Warren kicks to Clark. Shoots over to Mboya. And another miss by Memphis.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
Pretty clear. They're dominating that area. They've come out with a lot more energy and effort so far.
Knocks down the 3 ball.
And I love the tenacity, guys. He simply can will his way into games at times and exert his presence.
It's Morant with the drive. Terry against Levine. Takes it in. Oh, wow.
Well, we know Levine has the hops. That time showing off the creativity.
Levine's gotten 2 of his 3 shots to go tonight. Guys, they're looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Here's Los Angeles now. They're on a 16-4 run right now. Here's Chavez, and he goes big with the dunk right over John Morant.
And this offense is in a perfect rhythm, and you can see how they're finishing their plays.
Boy, this is borderline ridiculous. I mean, every single attempt finding the bottom of the bucket.
Hard trying to contain Morant. When he makes up his mind he's going to score, he goes full force.
Here's Chavez, and he uses the glass on the layup. He's got 34.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
If it's working, keep working it. That's what I say. Keep the pressure on it.
And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers rolling along with a 27-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. They've been playing some inspired defense, giving up very few easy points. We come back right after this. And we all know the great LeBron James can do it all, but he says he doesn't have to for his team to be successful.
There's no pressure for none of us to score.
Well, and the way this roster is composed with Anthony Davis and all these veterans around, everyone able to play their part.
And play their role. As LeBron gets older, he's going to choose his spots and look for ways to make his teammates better.
And we welcome you back to NBA action, a great tradition, Christmas Day basketball, here on 2K Sports. And guys, the Lakers enjoying a nice lead here.
Impressive start. They came in with a well-conceived game plan and have executed.
Yeah, you know what? Makes it really easy for the coaching staff in that case. No adjustments needed. Just keep on keeping on.
So on the floor for Memphis, we've got Morant, T.J. Warren out there with Clark. Then it's Williams. And it's Terry in at the shooting guard. There's the drive.
Oh, that was worth the price of admission. Oh, he's putting on a show for these fans.
I can't believe he pulled that one out in the course of an actual game.
Well, when you know it, you got to show it.
Morant, and Davis sends it back.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
And really a reflection of their superior effort level to this point. It seems to me they've gone after this win a little bit more.
Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Anthony Davis, of course, is a superstar at both ends of the court. LeBron James says his ability to guard anybody on the floor, 1 through 5, take the challenge to guard on the perimeter, and continue to protect the paint, it's hard to score on him. Guys?
D.A., he is a lead in every way, as are you. Thank you. Clark dishes to Williams. Here's Morant. And that one hits back iron. Los Angeles is gone 7 of 11 from deep tonight, using the three-pointer to their advantage. And that one's good by Davis.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 coming from inside the paint.
Now a timeout called by Memphis. And a lot of players want a voice in team strategy. And I've always wondered, Greg, is there a downside for coaches letting their players get too involved?
I mean, there is a belief that you can have too many cooks in the kitchen, right? But if a player knows his stuff, it's worth at least hearing him out, if only to keep those open lines of communication.
Catching up on the changes for Memphis. Bamba is checked in for Clark. Jaren Jackson comes in for Warren. And it's DeAnthony Melton in for Morant. Melton with the ball. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. That one, no good. Lays it up and banks it in.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
The drive by James, and there's the big-time jam as he slams it right over Bamba.
It never gets old seeing LeBron throw it down, especially when he decides to do it with a little flavor.
Terry outside. Pass to Melton. And D'Angelo Russell picks up the foul. That's his first foul. Brooks checked in for Memphis.
Checking in for the Grizzlies, Dillon Brooks.
Melton passes to Williams. Back to Melton. Four on the clock. Here's Jackson. The rebound by the Lakers. Doumbouya's got his fourth rebound with that last one here tonight.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A plus 10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Stolen by Jackson. Melton with the ball. He's picked up by Russell. Here's Brooks. He drains the quick shot. Brooks has got his first 2 points of the night.
Oh, nice play from Brooks down in the paint. Not afraid to get physical on the inside.
The drive.
Oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir. My goodness.
Oh, let's go home. That was just ridiculous.
I do not remember the last time I saw a dunk like that in a game.
And, guys, it's going to be a long time before we see another one just like that.
Passes to Jackson. James against Bamba. Brooks feeling it out a bit. Bamba's shot is off. And so it's Russell with it. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Lakers. Coming into this, having notched a win against the Rockets in their last game.
Yeah, I felt like they attacked but with a purpose. They knew what they wanted to accomplish coming in.
Well, it really showed the trust they have in one another. I love how they